Our city now has thousands of jobs, a booming industrial economy, but one rather serious problem. We're running out of people qualified to do the work and to push us into the very profitable media, financial, telecom and software markets. So, with over 2,500 citizens that are waiting to go to college and university, we're going to build them an enormous new educational campus. And because we don't want 2,500 extra cars heading there every morning and blocking up our roads with traffic, we're going to create a completely free mass transit network just for those students to get them there. So if you're ready, grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Biscuit Bay. So with over 25,000 residents, it's about time that we sent some of these to school. So let's just take a very quick look at our info view over here and the education tab. And we can see elementary school, we need to work a little bit on that as well. That is always an ongoing concern. High school, absolutely fine. College and university, we have no buildings at all. And we have 1,200 plus, nearly 1,300 plus ready to go to each of those. So we need to find a piece of land that can happily take those buildings and is hopefully central to our plans. At the moment, we have most of our population here along the coast, in Brewington, in Teetering. We are going to be spreading out further up here. This is going to be a more high-rise downtown area stuffed with a lot of people. So somewhere near to both of these wouldn't be too bad. I'm perhaps looking at this sort of area up here. Could be quite good. What makes this a good area? Well, other than its location to the buildings that we're going to be placing, it's also very close to this highway that runs all the way through the city. So anybody that does drive can get on the highway and then come off up here. We might just make this the entrance. I think that could work quite well. Also, any buses and things that we have could go down the highway and then pop out into different areas and districts to pick people up. And then, of course, this is right nearby, so we might be able to make this walkable over the highway with a bus route through once we build our higher density area there. I am wondering about a train station, although we do have a local train station down here, which I think is fair enough. I don't think we need another one right into our campus. I think our mass transit network will do that for us. Of course, I'm just thinking we've got trams as well that are very nearby. We have our large tram plaza. Our tram network actually comes down here and turns down this main road, Maple Street. We could adjust that to come up here as well and make this a tram and bus mini plaza in here for, our new campus. I think that is a fantastic idea. We also mentioned the lucrative markets we can get into. Now, we are making a lot of money. We're making 101,000 plus an hour. That will change as we build various different buildings. If we keep increasing that, we can, of course, drop our taxes down to make it more, cost effective for people to move in, to work here and that sort of thing. But let's dive over to our production chain. So here we have all the resources that you're very aware of that we can actually grow and mine and all that sort of thing in our city. We then have the processed goods that a lot of those go through to make us money to be sold or used. Then we have the immaterial goods. So this is where we've got, if you look at the name in the middle here, we've got software, telecom, financial and media. And you'll notice that all of these are services coming from office buildings. Now down the bottom here, we have a very low office demand. We need more educated people and in the workforce ready to do that for us. And the more of this we have, the more, for instance, looking at software, we'll go out to our industries, we'll go to other offices to be turned into, in this case, telecom. We'll go out to be, just used to make more money and all that sort of thing. And the whole thing is just going to make us more money. That's basically what we're aiming for with these four goods. So hopefully, by the time we've finished our campus, we've got everybody going through our educational system over here, that we are going to have a greater office demand, which will eventually make us more money. That is the plan. And with more money, cheaper to live here, we can build more things. Excellent. So let's just take a look at the buildings that are available to us. I believe we're going to have to unlock these. Yep, so we'll unlock college. We'll unlock university. We've got plenty of points. We've got 37 available. We're going to take the technical and the technical there as well and just get all of the educational buildings ready for us. I'm using a mod that separates these out. So yeah, I picked up a couple, I think, from the workshop. So, well, we've got these ones that are from the pack. So we've got the Chinese one, we've got the French one, Japanese, EE. The Dutch one, we've got the basic college, the college based on Ohio State University, which I think looks very nice. That's only got 1,200 capacity. This modern community college has 5,000. I think this is the one we're going to go for, and this is going to stand us in good stead in the future as well. It's not too large, so that's good. So we could have that in here, and that would work really well. Universities, what have we got over here? So we've got... yeah, rather small one. I want to go for... oh, these are the huge, medical and technical. We're not going to worry about those at the moment. We've got the Modern Medical University, nearly 10,000 student capacity. Wow, that is going to be brilliant. This one here, 8,500. Ooh, that is a nice building. This is a nice building as well. This one can be upgraded with, as it says in the centre there, extension wings, student plaza, lecture hall, and technical academy buildings. I think this is going to be the one that we're going to go for. Excellent. We have our choices. What about the mass transit to get in here? So I think what I'd like to do is make a custom bus and tram stop in here. So first of all, let's just upgrade our railings, our tram lines, whatever they're called. You know what I mean, that are going to run up here. I am looking for this one. So already we've got them down there. This can go over the top with a bit of cheeky anarchy. Oh look, we're going to have to lift that up with move it. I'm forever lifting these darn things up. Boink with move it like that. Will it ever end? I don't know. We could take that a little bit further up here, and this could actually be the place where it comes in, which will be good. So I think what we might do is just bring that out at a 45-degree angle. Was that going to be... no, let's just go a little bit up here. Let's go 70 degree. That'll be fine. Well, that was 71. That's good enough. We'll add a little one-way piece on the end, because then what we can do is if we add a tram stop like that, it makes it a reversible piece. So that'll be good for that. Our buses... so... it's dropped down again. I give up. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. So we got that easy transfer to over there. I think we're just going to build, yeah, a bus little stop in here ourselves. So let's go to the bus road. We could take, let's have a look, double public transport lane. Pretty sure these can just be drawn out like this, can't they? They can. We'll do that at 71 degrees as well. I mean, that is all quite close together, but I think we should be okay. Let's just remove some of those crossings on there. In fact, I'm going to remove all the crossings, and we're going to add a dedicated crossing around here just to make it a little bit easier for people to get across. I think that's the one. We'll plot that down there. We'll move it to where we want it. Obviously on the ends here, we're going to want to help the buses to turn around and get back out again. I can just do that. That is fantastic. That looks really good. So we've got buses coming up, turning around, leaving. We've got trams coming up and down there. We're going to make that into a nice plaza with some decorating in a bit, but I want to start laying out other things as well so we know what's going on. So let's take a look at our large buildings. If we grab our Modern Technical University first, let's have a look. So this road, actually, we're just going to run that. That's going to go straight through there. If I turn Anarchy off, would that still be happy with that? Yeah. There we go. That will change, but I just want to get that out there so we know where it's going. Our entrance, I'm thinking we're going to have up here. I think I'd like it to be a one-way road like this. So let's just see what we can do. If we did something like that, and then came over here and did something like that, and joined this up, something like that... yeah, change of mind. I thought I'd bring that more into the central area here, have a little bit more to work with. That'll be good. Now, can we sort of just pop this on the end? We probably could, but we're going to turn off snapping. Just sort of line that up there. We are going to have to add some extra roads, I'm sure, are we? Yeah, because we've got parking going in and out of various places. That's fine. We can just run an alley along the front of the building, and I think that will clip in quite nicely there. Yeah, okay, that's good. So we can go with something like that. We can adjust that as we go along. Let's look at the upgrades. Wow, we have a lot of upgrades. So, extension wing, adds extra capacity for more students. Okay, we don't need to go for that straight away. Another extension wing at the back. We have the plaza. Oh, okay, these are all built into the... okay, we're going to definitely add the plaza. Technical Academy building. So what does that actually do? Just separate campus building. Okay, and does that have to attach? That is the question. So if I went, say, there, Is that going to complain? It is. Okay, let's move that. Quite like that up there. Adds a little bit of something. So we can have more of those when we need to. And we have a lecture hall as well, which it says it can be added anywhere. But I bet this is going to give us the not connected thing as well. Unless we add it onto a road, maybe. Let's just try there. If it stops jumping. Yeah, that's okay. We add it onto a road. Let's pick this alley here. Let's just turn all of those off so we just grab the road. For now, that's what we're going to use. I think we're going to be upgrading those to paths and things. So that also means that could go somewhere else as well, which actually is quite good. Yeah, let's just have a play around with this for a second. Yeah, just trying to make the shapes a little bit more interesting. I like that. This is going to move as well, so we'll look at that in a moment. Let's just grab our college too. So we were going to go for the Modern Community College. Can be upgraded with extension wing, dormitory, and a sports field. Excellent. That's what we want. So maybe... Let's have a look. Could we utilise this space down here? I'm thinking that these two are going to end up moving a little bit further down. Let me just do that. There we go. Just shifted those up a bit. We've got a little bit more space. I'm just wondering whether we could pick of that. Turn this into a little junction. We'll do it there. You could give us 90 degrees. That would be great. How would that building fit along here? I think that would work really well. We'll have a look at that little junction in the moment because it's a bit winky wonky. What options do we have in here? So we've got the extension wing, which just goes on. That adds another 1,000. We've got dormitories again, which are separate, which is great. We have a sports field. Very good. So that's the one I was looking at. What is that? Oh, it's like a football sports field. We've got tennis. We've got all sorts of stuff going on there. Excellent. That could go over this side over here. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. We'll get that connected up, don't worry, and we can sort of build that out a little bit as well. Yeah, very good. Well, obviously we need a lot of work on this campus to fill in the spaces and make it look good, but this is a start. Okay, just rearranged things a little bit over here. I'd like to upgrade with some 1U pedestrian streets instead of the alleys that we've got along here. I'm hoping, yeah, if we sort of add those on the end, is that going to be a problem? I think that is going to be a problem because they need road access to get in there. Maybe we can upgrade some of the ones that are around the outside here. Let's just pop some anarchy on. So anything that doesn't need car access, like the dormitories... And then anything that does need car access would do a little something like that. I think that will work. So maybe let's just go around and do that. That is really weird. I can't draw this connected to the side here. It's overlapping something. Oh, okay. It's overlapping down there because I've used anarchy. Yeah, one of the downsides of using anarchy. I don't know what this little roundabout here is going to be, but I've popped it in. That's not going to work, is it? Because it's a pedestrian. Darn it. Okay. Well, I'm thinking we probably don't need that there. Okay, so now we've got walking access to places we get walking access, road access to places that have parking and such like that. I'd like to add, some sort of big pond in here as well, sort of a mini lake. So I was thinking of digging out this central section and adding water in, but I've actually got these water surfaces. And we get one of those, set it to the biggest and fill. I can get it to fit perfectly that side. If I do that on there, what's the join like? Nah, there's like a join in the middle there. I don't want that. So what we can do is get rid of that and then fill this bit in. I'm going to try that again and get this to try and fill in as much. Oh, there we go. Look, if I go a little bit further, what I'm trying to get it to do is to fill in the curvy bits, which are the more difficult bits. So we sort of go something like that, and then I can adjust the rest myself. Oh, and I've just realised it doesn't matter if it's by the road. It doesn't overlap it. Oh, that's easy then. So we can just drag this thing out here somewhere. And there we go. And we've got some floating trees. Let's get rid of those. If you could let me get rid of those, that would be great. What do we think of that? I think that looks okay. And then we can do a little bit of decorating around that as well. Right, before we continue to build and decorate this out, let's just take a look at how we're doing here over on the education tab. We are well within the limits of what we need for our college students and our university students. I think this is going to hold us in great stead for when we get to building the really high residential stuff down here, where there is going to be thousands of students, but they'll be able to travel right over here. But what we're going to notice is, down in the bottom left here, our office demand hasn't been going up. Why is that? Let's have a look at our city information screen down here. So we have a little bit of demand just creeping in. That is the unoccupied buildings, which is good. The taxes is holding it back. We do have high skilled labour availability. We have our universities, that's been helping with that. And there is a little bit of local demand. So hopefully if we can drop our taxes down a little bit on the offices, let's just go, I mean, we are making so much money. Let's just get that down to like 2% to really see if we can motivate our office demand to go up. And then once they start moving in, we can start adjusting that. Now, this little bit of land that's along the back here, I don't think this is going to be part of our university campus. Now, I've got some buildings that I'd like to use in here. We are going to have some office buildings sprinkled in here as well once this use starts going up. But we've got the residential signature buildings. I can't read the names of these buildings. That is not a language that I am familiar with in speaking. But these are very, very nice buildings. If I just pop one of them down, I can show you this information here if you wish to go and look that up for yourself. Weo Mangzai 7046 created these, and these are of course residential buildings, which is going to start helping our residential demand, which we have down the bottom here. So let's just place a few of these and we can see the sort of size. So I don't think that's too bad. These are starting to get too big, so we're not going to go for that. We're going to save those for later builds. That one I think's okay, and that one I think is okay as well. So we're going to just come up with something for these buildings down here. And then for offices, our office demand is going up. These are all very, very large buildings, which we're going to be using over this way. Let's just see if there's anything that's a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is look through the office buildings that we have and try and grab some high density buildings that aren't too big, and we'll pop some of those in here as well. But let's just get these ones sorted out first. So I'd like to add some parking for these. Now, obviously, they're going to be using the same road to come in, Jasmine Street, and crossing over the top. So let's just see if we can pick a pick of that road there and just get a raised bridge piece across here, which I think will hopefully fit in well. Let's just turn off my snap in there to get that at the angle that I want. I think that should be okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can remove some of the trees that are in the way. And then I'd like parking to come almost down to the end here. So if we use our network tool, we have our parallel road tool. Yeah, we're going to need another node because I'd like it to come up to about there. That's good. So let's just check the name of the one we're going to use, which is going to be this one. This one here, I think. So one lane, one way, angled parking road. I'm going to click that in hope that it's going to just automatically add it on, but I don't think it will. Let's just start it from there. So we're going to go from here to here. Yep, on the right side of the road. So it was one way. Do you know what? Look, recently used. It's got it there. Fantastic. So we can add that in. We don't want the vertical offset. Let's put that back to 0. I wanted this one. I want it set back a little bit, I think. Something like that. Let's just make that a nice happy number. Excellent. There we go. So we've got some parking there. I'm then thinking we could do with another one of these a little bit further up with some more parking. So let's do that as well. I think we might just have that come all the way out and connect up to this as well. So I'm actually just going to remove that connection there. And that is exactly the same road. Oh, fantastic. That is good. Ooh, could I just get those two nodes to go together, or could I remove a node? I could super node them? No, because they're sort of overlapping. Okay. I always think I've got it on curvy mode. Haven't got it on curvy mode. Got it on curvy mode now. There we go. Excellent. Oh, that gives you plenty of parking. And then these buildings here, which have already got a lot of people moving in, we can just add these. I mean, oh, look at the lovely reflections in there. Even just like that, that looks very cool indeed. And we could add a little bit of something up here, I think, for our offices. Yeah, I think these residential and office buildings are fitting into this area really well. And yeah, loving the reflections. Let's have a look at our two offices and see what they're doing for us. So these are working on, well, they require software to produce media, which is good. These require software and producing financial items. So if we jump into here and look at our material goods. So at the minute, they're going to be bringing in software. I mean, we are making some actually. There is a deficit. So that is good because we can zone some more offices to make that. Let's just have a look through here. We haven't got a huge deficit, a little bit of deficit on media. So basically it's the software. So we could just zone some offices down here and hopefully that will start to help to take care of that as well. Let's just go for some standard low density offices. Okay, just added a few offices in. Let's just see what these are producing for us. So, requires electronics, producing software. That is what we need. Fantastic. The same for that one. This one is software to media, which is okay. And this one is electronics to software as well. So we're now increasing the software that we're making that can then be turned into these other items, which is good. So the game is very good at sort of balancing that out, seeing what you need and zoning what you need. So I think I do like these ones here as well. These are from a pack. Yeah, the European Office Pack by Patriquette has a few of these buildings in that look really cool. I'm just going to see if we can get some more offices in here. And obviously they come in different colours as well, which is nice. So we're going to just pop another one in the middle there. Very good, very good. So I do want to hook up the mass transit and get that going, because at the moment we've got a lot of cars coming in, going all the way around because they're trying to find parking and there isn't any. I am just thinking about adding one large car park into here. I think that might be a good idea, and then we'll do the mass transit as well. There we go. I think that one should do. We can decorate that a bit as well. Oh, look, here's everybody leaving. There's no traffic lights there, is there? Oh, we've got traffic lights down here. Yeah, I'm going to remove those. I don't think we're going to have that many people coming and going. Excellent. All right, let's look at our transit lines, and then we can get this all set up. So let's jump into our transit overview. We're going to toggle everything off, which is the way I like to work. Look at the tram, if I get the right one, and just toggle those on. So we can see where these different lines are going. Let's just quickly check those. So that one's going out to Teapot Point, and I think these two go clockwise and anti-clockwise. Yeah, around this area. I think that would be fantastic to bring that tram into this area here. So maybe let's just do these one at a time. Which way is that going? Oh, there we go. Helpful, it's going that way. Yep, so I want to grab this. And we're going to pop that in there. There we go. So it is going to cross over, but that is fine. And then we'll do the same with the other one. There we go. That one won't cross over. Excellent. So that is going to bring people from all around here up to there. Very good. And then we're going to look at our buses. So let's toggle those on and just take a look at where these are going actually. Let's look at them individually. So that one is taking in pretty much the most area everywhere. And then these two go up to the industry. So what I'm thinking of doing is using this one here. We're going to bring this one. Do I want to just bring that up to there and back out again? Is that going to be one stop too many? I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. And we could even add a stop down here as well, which I think will help. Let's just pop that here. And then we're also going to put a couple of nodes either side so that bay isn't quite as big. There we go. We'll still get the parking and all that sort of, still get the cycling, I mean, not the parking, all that sort of stuff. And then we just want to make sure that actually stops there. There we go. Excellent. So then, of course, over here, we do want to add a stop. Maybe let's go for... So we've got this one here with bicycle stands as well. Now, can I add that onto the side of a bus-only road? It looks like I can't. Ah, okay. That is a bit of a pain. Could I just upgrade a part of this? Let's just have a look at our nodes. Excuse me. Yeah, if I plot a node like halfway through there and just upgrade the top part of this road, is that going to work? No. Okay, let's just change this up a little bit. Aha, there we go. And then we're going to add that on the outside there. Yeah, that's okay. And then let's just double check that the line is working all right. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's get that to go onto there. Fantastic. Yep, really pleased with that. And then, of course, when we decorate, we are going to give these all access to areas around here, so they don't have to walk all the way out of the campus to get into there. Brilliant. Okay, so let's spend some time sprucing this up and making it an amazing place to come and get educated. Oh, and that was an autosave, so just before that, we'll have a quick sip of tea. Right, just taking a look around to see how things are going, and yeah, the bus stop is very much in use down here. I think we're going to have to that's an autosave, have to at some point take a look at all of our mass transit, because I think our bus lines have got a bit out of control. They've got such a long way to go. And there's a lot of people waiting, but they're happy to use it, which is good. We have a look over here. Not so many on the oldie tram. As you probably noticed, I accidentally disconnected that at one point, but yeah, it's all connected up and working. This tram, of course, goes to our tram depot over there, as well as up and down and around here as well. So I think the buses are obviously the ones that they're liking the most. So that's fine. You keep going. I'm sure we'll have a transit episode at some point too. Overall, I'm thinking this is looking really nice. I am loving it. We need a district name. That's another thing I have got added to my list of things to do, is to go through all the names that you give me, because there's been so many. So I need to go back and do that. I did not have time. I promised to do that in the last episode and I failed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, let me know for our educational centre here. Tea related, Biscuit Bay related, whatever you think fits in, that will be good. But having a look at our education, we are absolutely in the green with everything. Of course, elementary is always a battle. So I added this elementary, the urban elementary school in here. And that's serving us well. And I think our college, our university, we are covered for a very long time, which I'm really pleased. And there's actually, 695 residents living in here as well, which is great. And all of this has meant that our office demand is now up, which is what I want. I also want to work on the commercial demand, which I think we might have a look at that next time. I mean, taxes is mainly the problem there, isn't it? So, we could do something about that, I'm sure. In fact, while we're talking, let's do it now. So, I mean, that is down to 2%. That is nuts. We're making so much money. How low can we get this and still make? I mean, we've got 25 million in the bank. We could go to like 2-4. Let's go to 6%. And we're still making 62,000 an hour, which is fine. And hopefully we'll see that going up because that's really going to help us for the high-rise area with more offices, more large commercial buildings, and more super dense high residential buildings as well. Our city finally has the education system it needs to support the enormous number of jobs we've been creating across the entire city and to jumpstart the next phase of our growth, a large, high-density downtown. I'm looking forward to that one. Plus all that extra headroom for thousands of college and university students, the brand new campus with plenty of room to expand, and the free buses to make sure everybody can get there easily, without adding thousands of cars to our roads. All of that is a huge win in my book. Thank you all for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe too if you enjoyed it. Traffic fixing videos have been back on the menu, so check out the one that's on the screen right now for some super duper traffic fixing tips that you can use in your own city as well. I also want to thank all of my patrons because without you this really wouldn't be possible. There's a link in the description where you can sign up for free. There's a special offer there as well for free members. Have a look at what's going on. You can decide what you want to do after that. Plus an extra special shout out to my latest 3 new patrons, Reese Jones, Denny D6H and Fang. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you all very soon for some more Biscuit Bay.